Thinking about moving to Knoxville, Tennessee, but not quite sure? Let's take a map tour. So many people think that the Knoxville area is a small Tennessee town, but that is completely wrong. So let's jump in the map. Let's take a look. Hi, what's up? Okay, let's talk a little bit about Knoxville City, Knox County, and what the different areas are. So first of all, I want to point out to you, I want you to see this map. So a lot of times it seems that people think Knoxville is just a small town. It's easily accessible to different places, but actually that's not true. I want to show you that this in yellow, this is Knoxville City. In other words, you're going to have Knox City taxes and Knox County taxes. Not that the taxes are crazy high. I'm just saying that you're going to have double taxes here because you're going to get city services within this yellow area. I also want to point out Farragut. Farragut is incorporated. It's its own thing, and it is still in Knox County. I also want to show you that from one end, so like west here, where this arrow is, my mouse, from west to east, like northeast, that could be anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour of a drive. So it is very sprawling in that sense, okay? So if we talk about different areas, when people say West Knox, we are continuing to move west. So in my mind, when I think about West Knoxville, I'm thinking everything from Cedar Bluff and over. However, Farragut and Hardin Valley have seen massive expansion. Farragut has always been popular. Hardin Valley, even over the past, I grew up here. Even since I came back to Knoxville in 2012, I feel like it's exploded. So when I think about Farragut and Hardin Valley, this is where the Turkey Creek is. This is where the Topgolf is. This is where the Costco is. You can see it there. You have more shopping, more stuff to do, more restaurants, stuff like that. So Farragut and Hardin Valley, like I said, I think of them as sisters. And then I also distinguish them because Farragut is south of I-40. So this is major interstate, obviously running through Knoxville. So Farragut is everything south of I-40 and west of Pellissippi. So this 140, this is what we call Pellissippi Parkway, okay? So this goes, this is what, when I think about Pellissippi, I think about going into Oak Ridge. But it runs north to south, and then 40 runs east to west. So anything south of 40 and west of Pellissippi within Knox County is going to be Farragut. I consider Hardin Valley the sister to Farragut because people like Hardin Valley because they like the schools. The schools there are newer, but Hardin Valley is largely residential. So you have mostly houses in Hardin Valley. If you are in Hardin Valley, you're mostly coming into Farragut to shop. Depending on where you are in Hardin Valley, you can tell this is huge, right? So if you're living up by Solway, you're probably going into Oak Ridge, etc. However, Hardin Valley is where you're going to see lots of new construction. You're going to see primarily families, mostly. That's a huge blanket statement. So I'm just saying in general, when I think Hardin Valley, I think new construction. I think like you have to go somewhere else to go eat or shop or whatever, but you're going to be going into Turkey Creek, Farragut, etc. Also, I want to point out with Hardin Valley, obviously the closest water is Mountain Hill. But second to that would be like Fort Loudon. And then even if we zoom out even further, you can go north here. So, but when I think of Hardin Valley, like if I were thinking about going to the lake, I would say you'd either be going to the Tennessee River and Fort Loudon, or you'd be going to Mountain Hill. Mountain Hill is not as recreational as like Fort Loudon is. But obviously if you're Farragut, you're definitely going to be Fort Loudon Lake here, Tennessee River, etc. So that is west. If we keep moving east towards downtown, this area here, 37922, 37919, 37909 is here. So that's like Bearden, North Shore, Aleots, Bluegrass, Rocky Hill, like that's all of this. Okay, so this is a super popular area, most expensive zip code here. These range from like $300,000 houses to over here. This is 37919. This is Cherokee Boulevard. These are $1 million plus, depending on what exactly they are. Here again is primarily residential. We do have some shopping here at Cedar Bluff. Cedar Bluff is, listen to the words I'm saying. If there's an interstate exit you want to avoid, it's Cedar Bluff. I hate it.
I'm not happy. I hate it here.
It's always busy. People are always driving like craziness. I cannot stand the Cedar Bluff exit, but that's my own personal problem. Okay. So Cedar Bluff, there's a golf course here. Getty's View is here, just off Cedar Bluff. This super popular area, you do have, again, good shopping here along 40, along that kind of 40 corridor. North of this is what we call Carnes. Again, this is part Cedar Bluff. This is more Ebenezer, North Shore. But what I want to say is I want you to notice that, see this gray line? So that is city versus county. So a lot of people like Carnes, Cedar Bluff, even down here, 37922, because a lot of that is county only taxes. So just kind of keep that in mind. However, when you're getting up Carnes, Powell, Carnes especially is very residential. It is associated with like more out in the country, more rural. However, there is some like up and coming restaurants. They're getting, you know, more like a food park, and there's Hobby Lobby and Walmart. So to me, Carnes feels out in the middle of nowhere. It's actually not, because when I say that, like, I grew up off this road. I grew up off Robinson. Okay, we were right on the line between county and city. And this to me is ideal because you're close to like shopping. Cedar Bluff, you're not too far from downtown. And my favorite area in town is Bearden. So that's all this right here. So that is kind of a quick and dirty rundown of east, or like the east part of West Knoxville. And then as you come into town, obviously now you're looking at both city and county taxes. Bearden is kind of this area from Paper Mill to like Alcoa Highway. That's what Alcoa, here's Alcoa Highway here, this one. So this is where you see boutiques, like boutique shopping, more boutique type restaurants, like not as much chain restaurants. But if you're up north, like Powell, Carnes, Halls, all of this is going to be shopping and stuff to do, but like chain restaurants. And then the further you go northeast, the more rural you're going to get. So this is Halls. My only main gripe about that is like this road right here going through, this is Broadway. If you do not like traffic, you want to avoid that. Now, obviously there's back roads. So if we're talking about traffic, if you're north of 40, you're going to avoid lots and lots of traffic. Because you can basically take a back road all the way from Parnham Valley to all the way. Go to Jefferson City, go to Strawberry Plains. However, on the south side of 40, you've got the river. So it's not as easy to move from one point to another, if that makes sense. You got to do a little more cutting back. And then another part of Knoxville, obviously we have downtown. Downtown is up and growing. You definitely want to check out Market Square. You want to check out anything along the river. There's a Calhoun's along here. Check out Neyland Stadium and the University of Tennessee. Now across the river is South Knoxville. So all of this that you're seeing, all of this is South Knoxville, 37920. It's one zip code. It's huge, and it goes all the way out past the Slows to here, basically to this gray. That's almost all Knox County. So that being said, South Knox, if you are looking for like an up and coming area, you're going to be close into downtown Sevier Avenue. This is where you go if you want like cool breweries, cool like boutique restaurants. This flagship Kearns is about to be a food hall, and it's going to be awesome. If you want to see super cool houses, you're going to look at Island Home Boulevard. So there's also like cool outdoor stuff here. There's Imes Nature Center. There is Baker Creek Preserve, which is like mountain biking, and all of this is connected through urban wilderness. You can ride your bike from here to there for forever, basically. So that's South Knoxville, super cool if you like outdoor type stuff. And then East Knox, this is, again, you have Holston, super nice area. You've got some other pockets of really cool stuff like the Knoxville Botanical Gardens. Williams Creek is a 3-part golf course. So just kind of cool stuff in general within Knoxville. So you can tell big diversity. If you're wanting convenience to Costco and shopping, you're probably going to be in the West Knox area. If you're wanting more of like a funky, trendy place, you're going to go South Knoxville or even Fountain City. So Fountain City is just north out of the 640 loop. So that's just like a very quick and dirty rundown of some spots in Knoxville to consider, things to consider about Knoxville. And yeah, let me know your questions, and I'll see you soon.